Wellspring. This is Rob Bronson. Greetings from Ohio. Tiffany and Ty say hi. We wish we could be there in person with you guys, but thankful for technology and to be able to share. We love you guys very much and miss you, and we just wanted to update you on what God's been doing in our ministry and in our life here the last few months. When COVID hit back in March, we were really disappointed. We had 2 full teams signed up to go overseas, one to Ukraine and one to Central Asia. In that time, we were able to start 2 Bible studies immediately upon the closure of our trips and the shutdown and the quarantine. The first one is a high school Bible study, and it's been really rewarding for me. Most of the guys are athletes that I coached at Sprague, and while I was in the room, I wasn't able to have a ton of spiritual conversations with them because of being in the public school, but we were able to have a number, and we had 8 or so guys signed up for the trip. They all joined our Bible study, and each week we've been able to dig deeper into their lives, been able to connect their coaches who are also believers with the study, so they've been able to hear spiritual nourishment from their coaches and also get to kind of see the struggles that they've gone through in life. It's been super rewarding. We're able to plug in an alumni, a high school athlete from Oklahoma that had gone to Ukraine 2 years ago in with the group, and he's fit in seamlessly. It's been fun to see the smiles, hear them laugh, but also just to see their growth and to learn more about their lives. We also had a college and post-college study that we've started, and it was really a hard time for many of the guys in our study. The NCAA tournament was canceled about a week before it was to take place. 2 of the guys in our study were undefeated and ranked number 1 in the country. They both planned to go overseas with us. It's been a great time for them to process life, process what's going on in the world. We've been able to invite a number of alumni, and they've invited friends along with them. One young man, Mario, wrestled at Rutgers University, and his coach was on our call. Well, he didn't even know his coach was a believer, and the coach didn't know he was a believer, partially due to the circumstances of their life 10 years ago when he was wrestling. But they've been able to connect and learn more about each other and grow, and it's been really fun to just see the bonds develop in that group. One of our alumni invited an athlete from Chile who had been in the U.S. training with him to join our study. Leon agreed to come to the study, but he said the first time he didn't want to talk. He didn't want to answer any questions. He just wanted to listen, and we said that was fine. By the second study, he was asking some great questions like, what is sin? What does it mean to praise? How can I worship God in sport? He even asked the alumni who invited him if he could do a one-on-one study with him. And we believe Leon's really close to making a pretty impactful eternal decision in his life, and we just ask that you guys pray for him. Another story out of that Bible study is we had an athlete that wrestled at the University of Minnesota where John Peterson, our Olympic gold medalist, is staff and does Bible studies. And John had pursued this athlete when he was there, asking if he wanted to be in studies. At the time, he wasn't interested. Unfortunately, he was living the way of the world. But he had been invited to our study now 8 years later, and saw John and instantly texted John, found his number in his phone and said, hey, I'd like to do one-on-one study with you as well as this other study. We've just seen a lot of amazing things happen. Each week we do an international call with 40 coaches from 6 or 7 countries. If you remember Coach Oleg that came to Roseburg about 3 years ago, was the head coach of the trip. He's joined the call. He accepted Christ last summer at our wrestling camp, and it's been really neat to see him grow in his faith and to be searching out ways to grow. The call is pretty exciting. We have many closed Muslim countries, coaches from those calls join the call, some that are not believers, so it's still a way for us to outreach. We're disappointed that we can't send teams out right now. We have plans to go to Central Asia pretty much 2 weeks after we get the go-ahead from our ministry organization to go overseas. We're hoping to go. We just thank you guys so much for everything you do for us. We love you. We miss you. If there's any way we can ever be more part of what you do, we'd love to. And just thanks so much.